The day-to-day life of a profitable trader should not only be based on having 1, 2, 3 fixed strategies and applying them constantly, but also needs to know how different trading styles work and be able to see for himself the different market structures. In today's video, we are going to combine several indicators, which will not only provide us with entry points, but will also improve the way we look at the asset we are trading. Welcome to the Trader's Game. And before we start, remember that in the description you have the links to join us in our Telegram community, where every day we post charts and analysis of what is happening in the financial markets. And also the trading bonus page, which has been updated and have added new promotions and free bonuses for all those who are starting in the world of trading. Do not forget to leave your email if you want to receive a weekly newsletter with everything that has happened during those days. First, to set our setup in the asset we are trading, in this case we will do it in Bitcoin with USDT, click on the indicators and look for dots, simply dots, and choose Intramodo. We click and it will appear something like this, that is, it will mark some points on the chart with different intensities of areas where there is a pressure, more bearish, or more bullish. But as you can see, there are too many signals, so we go directly to configuration, and in the fast period we changed at 11 by 15, the first oversold level we are going to change it from 20 to 30, and the overbought level from 76 to 70, the mid period we are going to raise it to 20, and the slow period we are going to change it to 25. We would leave already the data entries ready and we would pass to the style zone, where we will remove both the second and the third configuration of dots. We would also choose to our taste the colors of the bullish and bearish zones. I, for example, will put it in the typical green and red, and here I will place, instead of circles, triangles, that is to say ascending triangle as you can see here, and for the bearish zone, descending triangle. I also usually remove these two options here to make the chart visually cleaner, and we would have something like this, as you can see, much clearer. Just with this little help, as you see, we will already have much more information on the chart to add to our strategies, but still, as we can see, there will be some areas where these signals are not so clear, and that is exactly why we will add another indicator, the RSI plus backlight, from Crypto Insider. Click, and as you see, it is a kind of RSI where we mark in another color those areas, both overbought and oversold, adding even more visual clarity to our trading plan. In this second indicator, we do not have to change practically nothing, just a few things of style, each one to your taste, and I, as always, will remove this below all to remove those options that take away some of my vision, giving again a little more clarity to the chart. Well, at this point we could already plot some pretty simple strategy, just with these two indicators. For example, in this upper zone where we see that the price is staying in that uptrend, they mark us a lot of signals that the price is starting to have a lot of downward pressure. If we look at our lower indicator, we can see that we also have a large negative wave that indicates that the price is in a large overbought area. So what we have to do if we want to enter only with this setup would be to wait for that wave to return to the quote-unquote neutral zone of that RSI. We would mark that candle, and at the time when it closes we would place our operation, in this case, in short. As you can see, the ratio that I normally use is 1.5 to 1, but even seeing the behavior that the RSI is having in this case, we could let our operation run a little until we again had that first reversal from the oversold zone, which would lead us to take a 3.5 to 1 ratio operation. Crazy. A little further on we see another similar situation. In this case there is not so much volatility, there is not so much downward pressure, but if we apply the same strategy, we wait for the RSI to re-enter the neutral zone, and we mark that candle, we can again make our entry in short, stop loss at the previous highs, and again coefficient 1.5 to get a good profit in this operation. A little later we would have another possible entry. As you can see, it warns us again of that upward pressure. We have the RSI colored in green, and again we wait again for it to enter the neutral zone. We mark that candle, and we place our operation, in this case, in long, and as you can see again we have succeeded, and so on with all the signals in which coincide both the upper and lower indicator. The important thing about these indicators of this trading setup that I just showed you is that you can add it to any of your operations and it will help you to improve your profits. But this does not end here, but we are also going to help us with the Bjorgum indicator, which, as you can see, has been one of the great selections of the editors and is already used by more than 13,500 people, and now you will see why. We click, and as you can see, the main zones of supply and demand appear according to the time frame in which we are, but the key to this is to go to a little higher time frames. In this case, as I am doing these short-term operations in 15 minutes, I usually like to look at the 1 hour and 4 hours, but especially the latter to mark these main levels of supply and demand. And here you can already see a little bit how this indicator works, and how helping us in lower time frames of the others that I have shown you can become very useful. In 4 hours, what I do would be to mark those main zones helping me of the data of this last indicator, and when I already have them all, I hide it and I go back down to the temporality of 15 minutes to get to have in a much clearer way those zones of support and resistance that are going to act as zones of supply and demand. And that again, combining them with our previous indicators, will help us to have even more confidence and more effectiveness in our entries and exits. In this case, we choose there again that candle of re-entry to the neutral zone of the RSI, and we will look for our operation in short, and as you see again, we have succeeded. And of course, helping us also of these levels that the last indicator has given us, we will have a greater security to be able to let our operations run more, because as you see, we would have much more information. Just when the price is reaching these lower levels, we begin to have an oversold area, and it would be the perfect time to close our trade. As you can see, it is not only about using predefined strategies, but also to have a very clear trading plan in which we have enough data to know what to do at the time that these signals are given, and as always, optimize profits to the maximum. I encourage all of you to add these indicators to your own strategies, because I know they will help you a lot to improve your trading days. Write us in the comments section what you think and leave us a nice like if you like our work. Finally, don't forget to join our free Telegram community. You will find the link in the description. And don't forget to visit the Trading Bonus website, where you can get promotions from the best trading platforms. You will always find the 2 links in the description. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video of the Trader's Game.